Hey everybody! So I am starting my costume for actually tomorrow night. So most of this will be done today, but a lot of it is pretty easy to get done. Long story short, I have finally decided that I'm going to be Princess Leia from episode 5 when they are in Bespin, which is the Cloud City. I have got most of my costume stuff all figured out, so I'm going to just kind of show you what I'm doing along the way, and hopefully this all makes sense and is entertaining enough for you guys to watch and to do your own costumes. Princess Leia is one of my favorite people in the whole wide world to dress up as, and I hope that this all turns out the way that I want it to. So let's get started. Okay, so I have laid everything out that I'm going to be using for this costume. So I'm going to give you a very quick overview of kind of my thoughts. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do on a couple things yet. I know how I want them to look, but I can't necessarily put into words how I'm going to do it. So I'm probably just going to explain after I've already done it, what I did and how it ended up looking. So I'm a little nervous because part of this I have never done before, but I really don't want to mess it up, so I'm just going to show you what I've done. Okay, so I've got my little pile of supplies here. I've got my scissors and I have a stapler. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, and tape, I don't know if I'm going to use it, but this is just a little egg of, it's a sewing kit, and it's got safety pins and stuff in it, so I'm definitely going to be using that. Technically, I think Leia's shoes are red, but I saw these and they just looked super classy and kind of space agey, so those are probably the shoes that I'm gonna wear. The dress, this is just a lace tablecloth that I found at our local DAV thrift store, and all of this actually, the shoes, the dress, and this, and then I might be wearing red jeans underneath this, the red jeans that you guys saw in my thrift haul, depending on how I think it looks, because she does wear red pants underneath it. But this is going to be my long vest, and it's plenty of fabric, which is great. I ended up getting the bigger one because I would rather have more fabric than less fabric. Yeah, I'm gonna get started and show you guys what I've done. I'm also watching that movie because what is more fitting than watching Star Wars when you're making a Star Wars costume? So I'm excited, and I will show you guys my progress along the way. Okay, so I'm going to kind of show you what I've been working on. Actually, I just got back from Walmart because I needed more white thread. I feel like I'm gonna go through a lot of this tonight, and I hope that I won't regret that I didn't get more than one. I shouldn't, because that's a ridiculous amount of thread, but I'm gonna show you what I've been working on. I have taken this tablecloth and I put it on, and I marked out where my armholes are going to be, so I cut the armholes, and now I'm going through and threading around the armholes to kind of seal them in, I guess, so that the whole thing doesn't unravel. And I'm about halfway through this first one when this is all the thread I have left, so I needed to get more thread. But now that I have that, I'm going to restart my movie, and I'm going to continue sewing on that and then fit it for the next part of I guess the next part of this challenge, so stay tuned. Okay, so I have finally finished sewing around the holes that I cut. I still need to go back and trim up just little tails of the string, but the armholes are done, so I'm gonna put it back on again and measure out the rest of what needs done. But this was the most daunting thing that I have done in a long time, and just the armholes alone took the entirety of the 5th Star Wars movie. So I still have a lot left to do. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do for kind of the collar part of this because it does have a big collar. I'm thinking something with cardboard, but I need to locate paint. So not 100% sure about that. But the armholes are done, and so now it's actually a vest. So I'm going to go figure out what needs to happen next. Okay, so it is currently 10:14 at night. I started this project at 6:30, and I took, I don't know, a half an hour, 45-minute break to run to Walmart and try and find a couple more things for this. Currently, I think everyone who's ever done a cosplay or like made a costume or something, you realize about halfway through the project that you should have done something differently, like way back at the beginning, and I've definitely reached that point. I'm so thankful I don't have to do a single thing to the dress though. Like, the dress is done, and the shoes and the pants, like all that's done. All I have to do is finish this gosh darn thing. Yeah, it's like super frustrating right now. Like, I'm like super worked up over it, and I know that I shouldn't be, but it's just like really frustrating. So I'm gonna show you what's going on. Okay, so this is the whole thing, and I don't know if you can see over on this side, but like the ends don't match up at all. There's probably 5 or 6 inches hanging over. So yeah, all of that is like hanging over because I didn't match it up at the very beginning when I cut the holes for the arms, and so now I'm like super duper frustrated with myself because I'm making so much more work for myself. But now that I've got it laid out like this, I've pinned down all of the corners, so like all of this is like stuck in place, and I'm going to cut that, and then I'm going to hem that, and I'm going to pray that it actually works. Yeah, but it's definitely one of those like things that I should have thought about beforehand, and I didn't, and now I'm gonna spend another 2+ hours on that project, so it'll get done and it'll look really good and it'll totally be worth it, because this is something that I will definitely be able to wear kind of whenever the heck I want to, and it will definitely be something more than just a tablecloth that I made into a cosplay costume. So it will all be worth it eventually. It is now 11:42 at night and I am exhausted. I took off my makeup. I don't know at what point I did that, if I filmed since then, but I am like dead tired. I've been awake since 8 o'clock this morning and just kind of going. So I'm like super tired, so I have the AC cranked on so that I'm trying to like keep myself awake. This is a little sneak peek because I'm still wearing it. That's a thing. My hair is wigging out. I don't know. I'm so tired. But I have to get this done tonight because there's not time to do it tomorrow before the party. Guys, if you're gonna cosplay, please promise me that you will start like, I don't know, at least like 3 or 4 days in advance of when you're supposed to have this done by, because like otherwise you'll be like me and it's 11:45 at night and you've still got another 2 hours of work left. But I'm seeing progress, and the last thing that I did evened it all out really well, so that's great. So now I just have to cut off the train and hem that, and I'm done. I decided that I'm not going to do the collar part because I couldn't figure out how to get the cardboard to stay, and I didn't have enough fabric to cover it with, and it just really looked tacky and like fake and like very like fake Dracula-ish kind of collar. Keep on checking. I'll check in with you guys later. So I have trimmed up the bottom, so hopefully it's all even now and it'll lay the way I want it to. And I've got this just pinned to the floor, and the more I just like kind of look at it, I'm just like, wow, it looks like I'm making a wedding dress. I'm not. I'm making a shawl for cosplay. Not a wedding dress. Nope. Okay. Good morning, everybody. So I got the costume finished at 1:30 this morning, and I am up and on my way to church, and I'm exhausted, but I think that it'll be really good. So I'm really hopeful about how it turned out. So I will show it to you guys in just a couple hours. Okay, you guys, so I just got back from the party that I was going to with this costume, and honestly not a lot of people like knew what I was, but it's okay because I feel super excited about how well this costume turned out. And I don't know, it's like
It just makes me really happy. And most people who were like, oh my gosh, you're Leia, like that's awesome, and then they were like, are you wearing a tablecloth? Yes I am. But I don't know, I'm super stoked about how the whole costume turned out, and super like proud of myself for actually like hardcore cosplaying this, because I had an easier option for a different Leia costume, and I'm like super proud that I didn't go with that, and that I actually like sewed this and like made a thing out of it. And I'm probably gonna adjust it a little bit and actually wear it, because why not, you know? Or at least put it in my like costume box for just like, if you ever need this again, I have it, you know? Strange things like this, sometimes it's helpful to have. But I'm exhausted and I am actually gonna go to bed now. So I love you guys, and I hope that this has been enjoyable for you guys. So I'm gonna go to bed now. So I love you, may the force be with you, and stay beautiful.